International Conference on Psychology and Mental Health held at Paris, France. This is Dr. Riddhita Parikh from the land of tigers, India. I am an academician working as an assistant professor in psychology at Faculty of Law, GLS University. It is a matter of pride to present my paper titled Cyber Victimization, Psychological Well-being, and Psychotherapy, an Indian Perspective in front of the August gathering. With your permission, I shall move with the paper presentation. A mathematician named Norbert Wiener gave the term cybernetic in the late 1940s. It means a study of control systems and communication between people and machines. Common words in the field of cyber include cyberspace, cybersecurity, cyber attack, cyberbullying, cyber forensic, and cybercrime. My paper focuses on cybercrime, and hence I move on to explain the definition of cybercrime according to the Indian law. According to Section 65 of Indian IT Act, a person is said to have committed a cybercrime when a person intentionally conceals, destroys, alters the information that intentionally and knowingly causes some harm to the other person. Some of the most prominent forms of cybercrimes are stealing someone's identity, money laundering, especially via computers, trafficking and child pornography, hacking, which is also widely known as cyber attack. Cyber victimization of females. According to National Crime Record Bureau 2021, the cybercrime rate in India has surged by 11.8%. The report reveals that online crime related to banking, credit debit card fraud, fake social media news, stalking, and bullying have accelerated in the recent past. Again, according to National Crime Record Bureau, the cyberbullying rate in India is raised by 27.6%. The reports also reveal that online crime related to transmission and publication of sexually explicit material was 47.1% in the year 2021. Major cybercrimes against women fall in these categories: cyberstalking, e-harassment, cyber defamation, trolling, cyber pornography, and morphing. I move on to explain these forms of cybercrimes in a little detail. Cyberstalking. It refers to stalking a victim online. It basically means harassing or abusing the person virtually. Online stalkers may gather complete information about the victim's online activities, may virtually threaten and intimidate the person. E-harassments. Such harassments include blackmailing, threatening, bullying, and even cheating via email. Cyber defamation. It involves publishing defamatory information about the person on websites or circulating it amongst social friend circle of victim. Morphing refers to tempering the original picture by unauthorized user or fake identity. The victim's picture may be downloaded by fake users and again reposted or uploaded on different websites through fake IDs. Trolling. The main purpose here is to spread conflict by posting inflammatory or off topic messages with an intention to provoke victims into an emotional, upsetting response. Trollers are professional abusers who, by creating and using fake IDs on social media, create a Cold War atmosphere in the cyberspace, and they usually go untraceable. Cyber pornography. This would include pornographic websites, pornographic magazines produced using computers and the internet. We now understand the impact of cyber victimization on the psychological well being of the victims. The cyber victim females undergo a huge psychological imbalance, and their psychological well being is at stake for a number of reasons. Social media is greatly responsible for invading privacy, thereby endangering personal life. Netizens may become vulnerable to e stalking, peer pressure, sexual harassment, might even experience negative mood or mental disorders. Cyber victimization can lead to emotional harm and excessive mental health concerns. Victims tend to experience low self esteem, immense anxiety, and stress. They may also experience suicidal thoughts and depression. Some report experiencing identity crisis, aggression, and fear. They may also resort to violent behaviors. The research methodology. The study aims at providing an understanding on the psychological well being of cyber victimized females. The study also proposes some psychological therapies that could be effective to enable victims overcome the trauma of cybercrime. The design of my study. The current research is a quantitative research to assess the psychological well being of cyber victimized females. The scale used in this research measures the psychological well being of these victims. The variables of my study are as follows. The independent variable is the cyber victimized females belonging to the age bracket of 20 to 35 years. The dependent variable of my study is the psychological well being of these victims. About the scale, the name of the scale is PGI, General Well-Being Measure, constructed by Dr. Santosh K. Verma and Miss Amita Verma. The scale is standardized on Indian population. In all, the test consists of 20 statements. The test is a self administered test wherein the subject is instructed to put a tick mark under any one of the three possible alternatives. The alternatives are fully true, somewhat true, or fully untrue. The scoring was done in accordance with the scoring manual. Results indicate cyber victimized females, the mean score is 5.50, standard deviation is 3.02, the psychological well being mean is minus 1.89, standardization is 0.50, they correlate at 1, and the level of significance is 0.01. The conclusion of my study is victimized netizens have a negative impact on their psychological well being. Cyber attacks might reduce the confidence of the victims. This low confidence in turn leads to high level of stress, poor mental health, and low levels of satisfaction. Victims tend to suffer from low spirits, lose the ability to control behavior and emotions, and tend to suffer from insomnia. The personality tends to become more anxious and worrisome. They constantly are surrounded by feelings of depression and dejection. The trauma of victims reduces their productivity, creativity, and the sense of belongingness. In order to overcome the trauma, I propose some of the effective therapies, psychotherapies. The first and foremost is the behavior therapy. Treatment is centered around how your thoughts and beliefs influence your actions and moods. Cognitive behavioral therapy. This treatment is effective for a range of problems, including depression, anxiety disorders, major life problems, and severe mental illness caused due to trauma of victimization. Hypnotherapy. The hypnotist guides and engages the person in conversation and channelizes the talks focusing about trauma. It is understood that the emotions and thoughts the victim comes in contact while under the state of hypnosis are crucial to healing. Psychodynamic therapy. The goal of psychodynamic therapy is to identify which phase of traumatic response the individual is stuck in. And last but not the least, group therapy. This therapy specifically enables the victim to focus on self care and coping skills. With this, I conclude my paper presentation, and I would like to thank everyone who have contributed in the success of this conference. I would like to thank for the help that was extended throughout. I wish the organizers all the very best for the current conference and for all the other conferences to be held in the future. Thank you.
Thank a lot. Thanks a lot very much for